Hi everyone, welcome back to Warhammer 40,000. Which hopefully should be the last, final episode. Episode number 131. So, Nomos has just taken over Asclepius' body. And then the previous episode. Now everyone is here. They're being a dick on their own, of course. I'll talk to Ravor. Nothing new. How about Janrock? Okay, nothing new there. Right, so let's start, shall we, with Jai. Oh, I was hoping to be voiced. The Exalted One once wove our destinies in the glittering tapestry of this world with gold and silver thread sheen. And today the pattern of our lives will ever be completed. Jai snaps her metal fingers deliberately loud. All the tapestry will be torn asunder. Personally, I prefer to place my hope in the first option. Kissed Jai. Thank you for walking this long road with me. Jai responds to the kiss with eagerness and passion. You have become my very special friend, Shireen. Try not to die on this expedition. I do not wish to weep over you. I'm curious to see what you'll do once all this is over. You mean if it's ever over? And if the Arzi don't play their evil tricks on us? She raises an eyebrow and shrugs. I don't know, Shireen. Being drunk and unbridled freedom sounds nice. So close, I could reach out and grab it like the tail of a comet. And leave the Casballica mission behind. Start doing things on my own without having to rely on your good favour. Limitless possibilities lie ahead. Just have to survive the coming darkness. I just want to say I'm glad of your company, especially now. Ah, Shireen, you found the most discreet and frugal words to wrap the passion I kindle in your heart. I'm not endowed with such rhetorical perfection, so I will respond more ardently. I too am glad that Exalted One wove our destinies together. Get a grip, Jai. Got a hard battle ahead of us. Rest assured, Shireen, when it comes to the matters of being and oblivion, Jai Hidari has the coldest mind and the bravest heart. And you've been a stalwart. Earliet. Earliet folds her arms in a welcoming gesture and greets you with a meaningful nod. Each journey has a beginning and end, Alantak. Ever now, our journey leads into the maw of a merciless enemy, and only by breaking through the darkness ahead can we move on. Our journey together has not been an easy one, but I'm glad that both of us are here today. My travels were full of heartache and countless hardships, Alantak. So the darkness ahead does not frighten my weathered heart, nor does it frighten you. Well, our paths diverge if we survive. She shudders. I do not think I will wish to return to my kin soon, Alantak. Will I even be able to? Perhaps we'll join your quest to explore the distant stars. Perhaps. She averts her sad eyes. I will look for those who are not ready to return to life on the craft world. Those like myself. The future is too vague. My path is leading me into the unknown. Our fate will be decided in the coming battle. Earliet's voice rings like naked steel. I am ready to drive back the darkness, Alantak. Are you? Fuck yeah. Idira. Idira looks up at you with reddened eyes. Despite the tired look on her face, she smiles broadly, either at you or something behind you. Well, Lord Captain, my little whisperers have grown quiet. It's like the long thread we've been following is finally at an end. It's now or never, isn't it? Thank you for everything either way, Lord Captain. I'm glad you've been at my side all this time. Adira sobs at your words. Thank you, Lord Captain. Can't imagine why you show me so much kindness. After everything we've been through. You're the only reason I'm still alive. There's so many ways I could have died. I know I've been harping on all this time about Lady Theodora this, Lady Theodora that, you know? You may never become who she was, but she could never have been who you are either. I'm glad it was you who replaced her, and that life threw me together with you, and not with somebody else. So there. Now let's change the subject before I get all sentimental, alright? What do you think awaits us after this last skirmish? Well, I've no doubts about you. Everything's gonna come up roses for you. As for me, she catch herself. You know, maybe I won't live long, but it'll be a good life. I'll leave behind so many tales to tell. Let them remember my name over a mug or something foamy and laugh at the stories of my, well, our exploits. And you see, Adira looks away in embarrassment. I don't have much time left. At least I'll spend it with the person I really care about. I almost lost her stupidly, but I've wised up a bit now. So I'm going to treasure every minute I spend with her. Oh good, yeah. Bigness. Just hug her. Adira sobs fearfully, but the next moment hugs you back. There. You really have lost it, haven't you? She's silent for a few seconds and mutters something before letting you go. Thanks. How about it, Adira? One last prediction for the road? Do you think the little whispers are going to play nice? Ha! They weren't that useful even before. And now they're more likely to mess us around than save our bacon. She laughs ruefully. Lord Captain, your fate is in your hands alone. Don't let the words of a deranged psychic confuse you. You're not meant to listen to the grumbling beyond the veil. Put yourself together, Adira. We've a tough battle ahead of us. If it were an easy battle, who would even bother to tell tales about it? Nobody. That's who. Let's show him, Lord Captain. Nice one. She's hanging on to sanity by a thread. Olfar. I'm not a beast, of course, and the spirits do not always speak clearly to me, but I did cast the runes. You have a great challenge ahead of you at Vata. Be very careful, or better yet, take me with you. There's no better way to guard your safety. You found your pack, and our campaign's nearing its end. What are you going to do next? You've already said that, yeah. I will return to my brothers and sing the saga of the Baleful Hell pack. I'll carry it all the way to Fenris and pour its ringing verses into the ears of the Jarl, the Great Wolf himself. His burning words will warm us during the fierce hell winter. He grins. And the brothers at the table nudge each other and point their fingers at me and say, it was he who crafted such a beautiful saga. How generous the All-Father has been to him. Xavier Calcazar is waiting for me down there. Should give him your regards. I'd rather talk to him myself. My angry and vengeful heart tells me that only he knows how and why the baleful Hell died. Also tells me that I will not forgive myself if that puffed up arsehole Calcazar somehow dies before I rip answers from his leering mouth. Fenris Yoldavlak. Fenris Yoldalbetter. Abelard. Abelard looks at you with a tired smile and cannot resist giving you his charismatic appraising glance. Well, Lord Captain, my service to you has begun under the most remarkable circumstances. I should hardly be surprised that you have delivered us into circumstances more unexpected and surprising than ever before. Of one thing I am certain, the von Valancius dynasty will cover itself in glory today. Abelard, no matter what, you are always at my side. A seneschal's place is at the rogue trader's side. As you have learned, others can betray and bandage you in the darkest hour. The Lord Captain cannot count on a seneschal. There is no one she can count on. That is not a fate I wish for you, so I am doing my duty. You have a highly organised mind. You must have already considered what you're going to do once this campaign of ours comes to an end. He said he's got to spend more time with his family. Somewhat embarrassed, Abelard tucks his thumbs into his belt. Now that I have your blessing, it's about time I took care of my family. The Viserion clan has gone without its patriarch for too long. I should make time for my descendants before some noble upstart tries to cheer them up again. Are you ready to follow me all the way? As always, Lord Captain, I will follow you into fire and back. God the Emperor be my witness. I have had the honour of serving under 2 rogue traders and survived one. There will be no shame in going down alongside the other. If it comes to that, naturally. His chuckle sounds slightly sharper than usual. Get ready, Epilogue. We have quite an ordeal ahead of us. We've been through worse. The old seneschal grins cheekily, and for a split second looks younger than by a good 100 years. Then he bows his grey head. I serve House von Valancius, Lord Captain. Good for you. Vox Master Vigdis. Your Ladyship, the shuttle is ready for landing. We have the exact coordinates for a secure lander site. Will you authorise the start of the expedition? Oh, still need to say Megabyes. As your Ladyship commands, we are standing by. Okay, that's the fuck off thing. Right, Cassia. Jellymancer. Faint smile on Cassia's face makes you momentarily forget about the impending battle. We have travelled a long road together. Let's finish it together as well. Bow. I'm honoured to have you among my companions, Lady Cassia. Cassia smiles demurely and curtsies in response. I am honoured to be your companion, Jellymancer von Valancius. This is probably not the future you dreamt of. If all this ends in victory for us, what do you intend to do next? I've been running for too long, Jellymancer, hiding behind others, while my home, my family, were being torn apart by hatred and strife. And what could a young, inexperienced girl do to those who were so desperate to either destroy me or bend me to their will? She smiles bitterly. The throne of the Novator of House Orselio will no longer sit empty, but my only regret is that I shall have to leave your ship and the darkness between the stars that I've come to love so much. I hope you will visit me, Jellymancer. Still yourself, Lady Cassia. The hour of battle is at hand. My heart is fluttering, Lord Captain, not because of fear or doubt. I am ready to face what is coming. Ah, Argenta. Argenta greets you with a clear and burning gaze. I pray, rogue trader, I pray that the hearts of your comrades remain strong, that our courage holds, that our weapons prevail. I pray that the light of terror does not turn away from us even for a moment, that the fire within us burns only brighter as the foes before us grow fiercer. And I pray for you. Terror's light is what guides us through the darkness, but you are the force that keeps us from straying from the path. Make the sign of the Aquila. Together till the end, sister, in his name and for Terror's light. In his name and Terror's light, echoes the voice of Sister Battle. Have you had time to think about the future? What will you do should we prevail in this pivotal battle? I will carry on in my service to the Emperor, as I always have, but no longer as a fledgling Sister of Battle, but as a keeper of a relic that has been bestowed upon me by his will. I want to bring light to all the faithful in the Koronus Expanse, as Saint Argenta did in her lifetime. And I know I'm ready for this mission. We're almost out of time. Prepare yourself, Argenta. I am prepared, now and always. And I don't doubt it. Heinrichs von Kallax nods to you. Our journey together approaches its end. One last push, and the secrets of the Expanse and Calcazar will be laid to rest. I can't wait. I'm tired of this shroud of secrecy that's hidden the truth even from me. You will meet your mentor again down there. And I have questions for him. I want to know why I was left in the dark about everything that was happening in the shadows of the Expanse. Why all the acolytes died on the way here. Well, almost all the Lord Inquisitor's acolytes. Why? It exhales sharply and stiffens. I want to hear what he has to say, and then make my judgment. Yeah. Just a lapdog, aren't you? When all this is over, what will you do? Heinrich presses his lips together and shakes his head. I feel uneasy even thinking about it. But if Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar falls today, Heinrich locks his eyes with you. Someone has to take the rosette of the Ordo Xenos, at the very least until the Inquisition Enclave determines who will become a worthy successor to Xavier. Well, it is dead man's shoes to be Lord Inquisitor. Epitaph awaits, still your heart. Interrogator dips his head. Lead on, rogue trader, Jellymancer von Valancius. And now, Though I think with Nomos has been the main part of the story since the beginning. About 250 years before the story, story started, it was Pascal and Nomos. As Archmagus Amanat, from Pascal. The tech priest is checking his gear, whispering prayers to the Omnissiah. He looks at you and speaks matter-of-factly. The tactical equipment audit is 97% complete. No critical failures detected. The Omnissiah shows favour. You do not seem too worried about the coming landing. The Vox makes a rustling noise that sounds like a chuckle. A mission of reconnaissance is a blessed, desirable one for an explorator. The data soul of the one who explores, analyses and charts overflows with joy of servitude. He lowers his eyes. I would be honoured to disembark with you. You took good care of my ship and equipment. The dynasty will not forget it. Where the iron flowers of the Omnissiah bloom, there must also be his passionate gardeners. Thank you for honouring this unit by letting it serve the formidable spirit of the Von Valansis dynasty flagship and your ladyship. When the campaign comes to an end, will you stay on duty or return to your fellow tech priests? It's been an honour to work with you, but the time of servitude for this unit has come to an end. Servitude is the way of one who has questions. I now have the answers. I will gather my flock and give them answers, not as a servant, but as a ruler and mentor. What's that, phrase? Not beneficent, tyrant. You know, a good tyrant kind of thing. May we have good fortune. There's no such thing as good fortune. May the statistical probability be predictably positive. Thanks, Pascal. You and yours, singers. Right, let's go. Yeah, permission to take off. We're heading to Epitaph. Acknowledged. Glory to the Von Valansis dynasty. Be safe, Lord Captain. Yep. Epitaph. Oh my god, that took a quarter of an hour already. Okay. Not as long as I thought it took. In my head, it was like half an hour. Probably a cutscene. No. What are all these people? Necron's not doing anything.
I know several individuals who would be willing to lay down a lot of thrones for a pile of this dead scrap. And a couple of obliging explorators too.
And Pascal? Nothing?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Everybody in the right order again? Yep. Okay. All these Necron's not doing anything.
I always keep my options open.
Not right. Not right, I tell you.
I always have a backup plan.
Stop! There!
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Necron Tech Hot Shot Lasgun. 30 dodge reduction, no extra hit chance. Okay. 30 to 45, armor pen 50. astral currents. Whoever gains plus 20 movement points in the first round. The movement cost is not reduced by threatening areas. Also, the word's movement does not trigger attacks of opportunity during this round. First round? That'd be awesome for like Heinrichs, I guess. Let's have a look at that rifle though. You can't use it. How about you? 30 to 45 is pretty good. 30 to 35 with 50% armor pen. Range of 8 is quite low though. Well, that's pretty cool. Like a medium range carbine, I guess.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Zene's not showing any signs of aggression, simply staring ahead. There's an odd, disoriented quality to its movements.
Keep your wits about you.
Search for all the loots.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, all these Necrons are going to suddenly turn on me. An odd haze obscures your vision, and for a moment you see the metallic corpses at your feet turn to the bodies of soldiers clad in the colours of your dynasty. This is fake then, is it? Is what we see in
I always keep my options open.
the truth or hallucination? Are these servitors of the Inquisition? Are they Von Valances? What would the Von Valances people be doing here? Unless it's a throwback to when Theodora was here. Let's do a quick save. Is that the light shining there? Or is it actually different? It's actually different. Oops. A Necron ship. What's happened to the Necrons? Out of the corner of your eye, inside the glowing green orb mounted on the contraption, you can see the reflections of people who are not there. They're looking at you curiously and fearfully. Hang on. Last episode, the episode before, when we were in that tomb and we were putting our hands on one of these pillars, I spoke of the history. There was like a multiverse, multi-world thing, wasn't there? Yeah, there's like a multiverse thing. There was Plague, Malefic, and something else. I can't remember what the third one was. Undoing or something, or Unraveling. This could be warp stuff, or it could be like a multiverse. Don't like it. Burn it.
Let us not dawdle.
Burn it with fire. More Necron's not doing anything. That is a lot of Necrons. The Xenos are making the same rhythmic sound over and over, as if trying to say something, but losing its train of thought and starting anew every time. Every few moments, the metal particles lose their colour and become translucent, and you can see something dark and formless behind the metal yearning to be born, but unable to do so. Yet. Soon, TM. Broken metallic finger sticks out of from between the sarcophagus doors. They're slightly ajar. It wriggles weakly. And my voice is going. Well, I have done like 5 hours of recording today. Just because I wanted to get this game finished. Don't know what to play next. I've got a busy week ahead, so I thought I'd get it all done. What's down there?
I always have a backup plan.
No, nothing. No, nothing. I was all the way down there. I don't know how I'll get down there. Maybe later, maybe not. Tanakia. Who's Tanakia?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Name rings a bell. Elegy of Sorrow. The drawn out metallic groans form a painful and melancholy melody, but one that oozes with venomous spite. I exist again, and I behold discord, an abominable sight. Great conquerors brought low by fleeting pestilence, corrosion everywhere, the hollow insides are ablaze. The grating roar is more like the sound of a metal tortured instrument than a sentient being's speech. The runts of the universe shall be eliminated. I rout them, and I pulverize them into bloodied dust. I rid myself of them and my sorrow. The cursed one will regret ever existing. Xenos starts to shake from the armoured plates on its head down to the tail flaps of its grav pad. The tremor causes the rock below to crack and sink in. Earliette. Well, yeah, she used to fight them. Well, maybe not her personally, but the Eldari did. You're an ancient nightmare from a long-forgotten past. Earliette's breathing becomes unsteady as she stares wide-eyed at the being opposite you. I have encountered others like you, Oghir. Once before, I will do to you as I did to them. Send you to the depths of your tomb. The Xenos lets out a metallic click, a semblance of laughter. An ancient weapon that was broken in battles forgotten, worthless. Examine the creature. The Xenos' entire skeletal body is made of an unknown metal, interlaced with greenish energy channels aglow with currents. Below its waist, the flares of a grab pad are humming and rattling. Its upper limbs fuse into a formidable heavy cannon. That single part of the monster's body betrays vulnerability. Without a doubt, this is a technological superb machine designed to annihilate all life. Disabling it will not be easy. State your name, Xenos. It's really told us. The Vox translator spits out several metallic sounds. A new flash of anger makes the Necron's bulky body rumble. Desecration of intelligent speech. I will sooner see it obliterated. What's going on here? The Necron's screeching distantly resembles laughter, or perhaps sobs. Rust does not have the privilege of witnessing noble metal perish. The destroyer shall be destroyed. The cursed one is sowing disease. Great and mighty do battle. The petty and worthless shall fall. I destroyed nothing. I take no blame for any of this. Rust is rust. It devours one day and disappears the next. I shall unmanifest it. Annihilation. Okay, it's battle.
Your kind has no right to exist.
Okay, got 12.
Stands before you.
And then Cassia. Standard battle formation number 1, please. There's a fair few immortals around. Blighted. Oh, they've only got 80 health. 850 on the immortals. Death mark. Okay. Put you there. Don't want to do all that conversation again. So I'll throw down a quick save. Start that up. Let's have a look. Nice, staggered, nice one. What do you have? Really, that all? Yeah, only from the back. Okay. Doom Tech Blight. Creature may suffer a negative effect at the start of each turn due to the Tech Blight. The chances and outcomes are as follows. Mobilized, stunned, staggered. Suffer 20% wounds. Necrodermis instability. Okay. Okay. So.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Off you go, love.
If it serves your cause.
What did you do? 96% armor. Okay.
I understand your intent. If our fortune favors the swift.
Yeah, that'll do.
This tedium is beneath. Ancestors guide me.
Cassia.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
It's got Argenta going.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Go to this one.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Get you. You. Here's a level 4 and 5. Okay.
I'll do it.
That'll be an easy kill for more AP.
As the Emperor, this is why I was chosen.
That should stop it regenerating, hopefully. Yeah.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Right, my turn. Let's get Pascal up.
Make it happen.
Yeah, then Pascal. Everybody here. There's loads of extra damage. Shooting. I can also move her forward one. Also,
My vow is to serve.
dodgy stuff works good.
The scriptural prophecy is favorable.
Do less damage. He did quite a bit of damage there, didn't he? 400 damage or something. That's your turn again. Okay, do that.
Messiah knows all, comprehends all. Running binary code.
Probably out of range, so I'll just do that again.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Less than 36 health, you die. Yeah, I didn't get it down in time though. Okay, well, 4 points. Let's add another analyze on you. Okay. And then Cassia. Just in time. Point of curiosity. Look that way.
Me? If you insist.
Yeah, just like that. Just can't reach up there. Can't reach over there. Oh, that's right.
I'm not accustomed. If I may.
No, no, no. Let's put that on.
I am a navigator, not
Should
a
have done it
servitor.
earlier. Yeah, I'd have done it earlier. Earlier, kill things.
In the name of House Orselio, I shall prevail.
If it serves your cause. I understand your intent. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
We have 81, 181. I just kill them then, don't I? 191? No.
I hear you moving.
Not anymore.
No more.
89? Yeah. Okay.
Another soul slips beyond the veil. I
81.
will not.
Can't see that one. Can only see this one. Well, how about moving first? That's better.
I move as if unseen. This tedium is beneath me.
That one or this one.
If it serves your cause, I hear you move. No more.
There we go.
I
Over
move
there.
swiftly to strike.
Reload.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Any more for any more?
If it serves
No.
your cause.
Right then. Who can you see? You can blow that one up. That's cool.
Am I getting paid for this? Quite fair.
See any more? You cannot. So. Oh, you've shot so you can't move. Right then. Argento.
They'll write legends about me.
Can't see anything. So. Really? Can't see anything. One up there. One there.
Guided by faith.
Go here first then. %. It's the range, I think. 85%.
Strike is a prayer.
Take it. I'm sure she, oh, it's the gloves that I was saying she'd have to do that anymore. Yeah. Where's the third one? There's two over here. Oh, right there, yeah.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I got two there. Good.
Eradicated. As the Emperor.
She can't see him, can she?
I will not.
Actually, I can't move. She can both. Cassia.
Tell me, and it is done.
Might as well.
Me, never in 1,000 sectors.
Might as well. Okay.
I don't need luck. I have strategy. You never stood a chance.
458 damage. I'll take it. Dynasty Notebook. The tiny notebook is adorned with a coat of arms of House von Valancius. The pages made from real paper carry a pleasant scent of perfume, covered in ruler straight lines of text. The meaning is locked behind an intricate cipher. We don't need to know the contents of this to identify the author. You know this perfect calligraphic handwriting all too well. No loot still. I'll save that. Again, by those big boys, Cassia began to turn them around and move them. A lot easier than having to run behind them. A ragged breath punctures the oppressive silence of the room. Someone is still alive. Deck Blight voraciously gnaws away at the human metal, but not as eagerly as at the walls of the crypt.
Let us see what I found.
The box is filled up with cast metal insignia, like the ones worn by Theodora's bodyguards. Some of them have spouts of dry blood on them. Yeah, like that's useful. Venus Law over there.
My success was inevitable.
Judging by the imposing design of these obelisks, this passage leads to a tomb intended for Xenos of higher status.
Is there money to be made?
Let's talk to Tanakia. The maimed creature at your feet is still alive, as evidenced by its heavy breathing. It was a woman once, sporting close-cropped hair and equipped for battle, but now its skin is shredded by the metal sticking out of her body in a dozen places. Examine the woman. Oh, hey, can you hear me? No. With a heavy jerk, the woman raises her head, emerging from oblivion, and focuses her gaze on you. Even in such a wretched state, her eyes still gleam with self-confident zest and subtle shrewdness. You, who are? The coat of arms rings a bell. Von Valancius. I'm not surprised to see you as you may think. Who are you? The woman tries to salute you, but the metal cutting through her tendons has lost her control of her fingers. Tanakia Golbagadia, Inquisition Acolyte, and by the grace of Lord Inquisitor Calcazar, the Warden of the Epitaph 1 covert facility, or whatever's left of it. What happened to you? I've been having trouble sleeping lately. Oh, you mean the metal things in my body? I have no idea. Nice humour. Looks like something's gone terribly wrong in the crypt. The voice becomes more serious and dry. Your specs has detected some unknown radiation, then everything went crazy. The Xenos didn't feel like sleeping in the coffins anymore, so they started trashing the place, and the pylon I was standing next to suddenly grew a dozen tentacles. One of them grazed me. I blacked out. When I came to, I looked like I tried to give birth to a shuttle. I'm looking for Calcazar. Where is he? At the facility in the crypt, making preparations for the emergency launch of Operation's final stage. At least I hope so. Or else he's already dead. Now to think about it, there are enough reasons to assume the latter. What facility? What operation? Guess you're still young if you don't know that in this world, whenever the big girls and boys say the word facility, that almost always means a colossal secret weapon capable of destroying worlds. And that's all you're going to get. It'd be very disrespectful of me to spill a secret that so many have given their lives to protect. I like her. I see. Have I sated your curiosity? I like my favour returned. There's a pack of low in my breast pocket. Give me one, and you can keep the rest. I'm feeling very generous today. Why does my coat of arms look familiar to you? Oh, I should know. It was on the uniform my agents wore. The ones I sent when Kalkazar took an interest in her ladyship Theodora's retinue. They didn't wear them for long. When I presented Theodora with Kalkazar's ultimatum, she pursed a retinue of our operatives. I'm fairly certain Theodora would have preferred to turn my head as well, but the Lord Inquisitor would call me here to guard his treasure cave, just in case Theodora decided to return for what she thought was hers, or the Drukhari started causing trouble. How did your people infiltrate Theodora's retinue? A feint, a deception, a game of double and triple crosses. When they told her they intended to take revenge on Kalkazar, she believed them. She was just too eager to get back at the Lord Inquisitor for taking her clever Archimagos advisor, Amanat. Do you know Conrad Voigtbeer? Not sure if he's still alive, but back then he was Theodora's master of whispers. In theory, he should have been the one to out my operatives as spies, but instead, he thought they were his chance to pull off a brilliant plot and prove to his mummy how great an heir he would become. It's true what they say about blondes. Every other one is as thick as mince. What was the ultimatum you gave Theodora? Merely a message saying that her dirty secret was now our dirty secret. She was the first to visit Epitaph. She found something there. Something too good, even for someone of her exalted status. Rogue traders are not allowed to have such toys. And I relayed the most exact coordinates, down to the last digit after the decimal point, to the Lord Inquisitor. Drukhari have come to this world. Why? Ah, the Xenofreaks, my favourite partners. They had a crucial role to play in the operation, that you mustn't know anything about. The visits to Epitaph have left me with so many unforgettable moments. We were ordered not to fire on them first, but to split them into atoms if their skinny arses deviated so much as a single degree from their approved flight paths. I swear, it was as if those fools were trying to get shot at with their half-witted provocations. They even had a nickname for me, the Almost Witch. Compliment, I guess. Why does no one from Theodora's retinue remember her visiting the system? I can give you two versions of the truth, the sugar-coated one and the honest one. The sugar-coated version, is that once Theodora realised just what she had in her hands, she deemed it a matter of utmost secrecy, and mind-locked the memories of all members of her crew. The honest version is that she mind-locked the important people and disposed of the rest. Theodora did pressurize compartments by entire blocks, casting any unwanted witness out into the void. She needed to free up space in the holds for her spoils anyway. I had a 5% chance. With a minus 95, yeah. We've never heard of such technology, but it would not be a stretch to assume the Inquisitor does have something of the sort at their disposal. I am Jelly Manson von Valancius, Theodora's heir. You'll have to excuse me for not looking surprised. My facial nerves seem to be partially paralysed, but I gathered as much. I'd hardly mistake you for some spectacular void she-wolf after all. And if she were alive, she definitely would have come here in person. Did you know the heir? Well, at least it's not Conrad. Now I know enough. Sure you do. Take out a pack of low for the woman's jacket. Good. You're old enough to know what these are for, aren't you? Stick one end of the cigarette between my teeth and light up the other. Just make sure you do it the right way round. Let's be straight with each other. There's nothing to hide now that you're dying. What is going on in this place? Tanakia gives you a long, piercing look that speaks, Sanders audible in a voice. Straight her. Let's give it a try. I've taken a shine to you for some reason. One day, Xavi decided to immortalise himself in history in a rather extravagant way. All for the Imperium's sake, of course. But then things didn't go as expected, even though we expected that they wouldn't. And now you'd better get far away from here, because whatever happens next, I doubt you're going to like it. Or you can go down there, if you have the guts. Maybe you'll immortalize yourself too. That's what I would do, but I'm insane. I'm not the best example to follow. A weak smile dances on the woman's lips. So about that cigarette. Give the dying woman hello. Enjoy. People say it's bad for your health. I better be careful. Let's leave her to die. Her lips move slightly as if to whisper something, but the shock mutes them, turning her voice into a gurgle. The body mindless and desperate is only prolonging the pointless agony by clinging onto its last shreds of life. Loot her. Oh. That was pretty sad, but she had some funny whips, one-liners.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
The surface of the Steely is boiling with revolting bubbles, as if trying to scorch itself into some new form.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay. What was that? Something blew up, or something. Someone shooting? Sounds like it's down here.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Sanguine Thirst. This power axe deals 3 times strength bonus to bleeding targets. If it's the first attack against the bleeding target, it's got no cooldown. Okay. Power axe. Blood Fury Cloak. Whenever the wearer kills the enemy with a melee attack, the attack limit is removed until the end of the turn. Every one of the attacks also deals 10% of the wearer's maximum wounds direct damage to the wearer. Okay. And a wet medkit. I think all 3 go together there. The elevator system leading to the deeper sections of the crypt was installed a long time ago. It seems that every bolt is stamped with a dynastic coat of arms.
I always have a backup plan.
What's up the left? Well, it all meets up anyway, doesn't it? Yeah, thought I saw lasers. Let's go this way, it's a dead end.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
That Drukari. Barriers barely hold him, prepare for defense. Another one of those big boys again. The name of the Golden Throne, hold the line. Yekamet will eradicate the filth of transient life.
Scum! You don't belong in this galaxy!
Submit and die.
Okay, I'm going to pause for a second. I need some more water. Get my throat a rest. I'm going to take a 10-minute break in my time, but it'll only be a second or two for you. See you in a sec. Okay. What do we have? Lighted death mark. Immortals. 850. 700. Crypto Geometric Sentinel. Salaz. Got dodge reduction and additional hit chance, so be careful of that. And a melee weapon. Okay, so perception reduction. Teleports within 12 cell radius. Does bleed. Okay, living metal. Combat master. Take light. Aggressive. Spry. A lot of these 81s can more or less forget about. So it's that one, that immortal, that death mark, and the others. Is that it? Oh, there's a death mark right over there as well. Okay. He's not vulnerable or invulnerable to everywhere except from the front, so sorry, it's set from behind. So that's good. All I've got to do is make sure that Owlcat can have a line of sight to him. Which, well, around here she should be able to. Cassia. Actually, we should go this way. Because we have to go down. It's got a lot of these people's stuff in range. Because on different Z levels, this doesn't really work, their stuff. But I can try it, I guess. No, look there. Magenta. Pascal, Owlcat can go here. Pascal. Mouse over there. And Jai. Yeah. Owlcat, see that? Probably not. So Owlcat can come here.
You've got a problem, I've got a prize. I can do that with the right incentive.
Just take out the heavy hitters. That would do for a start.
I understand your intent.
Cassia.
Me,
With Argenta.
if you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Do you want to see two? That one and that one. That was shite. Okay.
I'll do it.
Oh, you can see the others over here as well. Good, that one as well.
For the weak.
And that one.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
Oh, I thought I was going to get the extra AP there, but I didn't. My turn.
Who if not me?
Who should I give a freebie to? Jai? Pascal? Pascal.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
What's the range in this? 10 cell radius.
Compasses are not that universal.
Run out of time. Right then. Can't reach there. What can you do here? You can hit that one. Hit that one. Can you move this around? That one. I can see it. What the hell's going on? Debuff that one anyway.
Isn't this
It's
a job
two.
for the serfs? If I may? No! These ruby flashes are choking me.
That is 162.
I am
Pascal.
a navigator, not a servitor. That is foolishness.
Joy? I'll go.
Am I getting paid for this? Jai Hidari. Remember the name. Tell me, and it is done. Going somewhere?
79.
Don't get too cocky.
Missed. Of course you did. Right.
I
Elliot.
hold all the cards.
I am not your
You need to disappear.
If my fortune favors the swift. This tedium is beneath
Of course you missed.
if it serves your cause. Another story lives beyond the veil.
You can see... Oh, you can see a lot. Well, why is it pointing all the way out to here? Oh, this one then. No? Too far? No. Doesn't want to do it. What do we have? Excuse me. 81, 81, 81. Let's kill them all.
Beyond the veil. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
It's Jai's turn.
You've got a
You-
problem? I've got a price.
Did that on you.
Am I getting paid for this?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's Jai's turn.
Yet iron knows no pain. Insignificant.
I can
Do
do
extra
that
damage.
with the right incentive.
Everyone just be awesome.
Accept your lot.
Just hope that Owlcat can get all the way around there. Okay, from here. It's a long way. Nope. On the Deadeye shot. Okay. The colossal warrior's formidable underframe can no longer bear his weight. With armor plates clanging his great bulk slumps, a low sound is born in his chest, which your elucidator turns into the words, "Let woe befall the unworthy Yekmet dynasty." Yekmet? Was that mentioned before somewhere? Yekmet. No. Something's tugging on my brain. Sleep is nearing its end, and thraldom returns. In my vestment of shame, I peer into the stormy horizons of the future. He noticed the convulsions in the Xenos' limbs. The light is flickering in his eyes. Perhaps something went wrong during the monster's awakening from stasis, damaging his engrams and plunging him into madness. What are you? The Xenos' limbs shiver at the sound of your voice. The elucidator takes on a tone of revulsion. Despicable. An overlord's moment of grief is befouled by the influence of a transient life. Rage clouded the purity of the morning. The warrior makes a futile attempt to get up, only to convulse again. Something bursts inside him, making a ringing noise. The entire crypt echoes that sound, with a resonant rumbling tremor. Shame upon the cryptogeometric sentinel, who is entrusted with guarding the paths of actualization and failed to be vigilant. Unworthy feet have trodden those paths. A voice-like hum from behind his lowered visor fades. A warrior of iron, sentinel of the tomb of the ancient ones, a child of the Ingir, the star devourers, eternal enemy of the Suriani. Earlier it grips the weapon in her hands tightly, as if expecting the terrifying wife to spring to life and attack at any second. What's making you grieve? Your imminent death? The warrior turns his gaze directly to you. The green light in his eyes flare up like a bonfire. Inexistence is entropically preordained. It is no cause for grief. The egregious mistakes are. The violated imperatives are. The Yekmet dynasty which took watch of the seed of the cataclysm. The seed was neglected. A cataclysm has sprouted from it. Honor has been trampled underfoot. You appear to be looking at the overlord of a minor dynasty of the Xenos. It's clearly a member of the destructive cult that loathes living flesh with a visceral passion. However, as much as he resembles an animated metallic statue, he was once a living being, and the ideals of duty and valor that used to guide him still exist in his mind. What is this cataclysm unfolding here? The Star Devourer is asleep yet awake. His breath is a poisonous pestilence. His dreams are engrammatic acid. Quantum uncertainty is his shroud, and that which comes to pass is entangled in it and interwoven with that which came not to pass. Possibility becomes actuality. Actuality unbecomes itself. So brazen a violation of the laws of existence set out by the Omnissiah, the very idea is infinitely blasphemous, so blasphemous as to be almost sacred. It is reasonable to conclude that the monster was talking about probabilistic alternative universes. So what we saw in one of these right at the beginning, plus from the other tomb where we put our hands on one of these. Finish off the monster. Die already. A tachyonic wind carry my words, where the oceans of subatomic resonance reflect it. May it resound until the world grows old. Convulsions begin to affect the metallic body. The entire crypt is quivering along. The walls seem more fragile with every passing second. Impossible anomalies are now rampant in them. Let the Yekmet dynasty be cursed. A terrible rumble comes from somewhere deep inside the crypt as soon as the green fire goes out in the fallen warrior's eyes. The glow of the glyphs upon the walls becomes chaotic and disarrayed. Something just broke irreparably from its crypt. Irreparably. Still got a blighted immortal up there. Yeah, this one. Where are you, Elliot? We can see him. Where is he? Over there. Oh, that's going to pass it on, can't I? That's intimidation. At least we have to pass on this thing. If we turn. I'm sure we did. Perhaps if he didn't attack. Let's do press the advantage. And
I'll make it happen.
300 damage. Better than note. Guess I can't move. She can get him to move, hopefully. No, I can't see him. Therefore, it won't affect him. Yeah. But got that up though. So, watch enter.
I'll paint your death in colors.
There you go.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
That wasn't very accurate, but it is only a bolter. Not the heavy bolter, the longer range. Okay.
Let us not dawdle.
I don't know if the heavy bolter got longer range, but it seems a bit more accurate at that range.
Is there money to be made?
Don't go that way, that's going backwards. Okay, nothing at all. Nothing to highlight or... No. Okay, down we go then.
I always keep my options open.
I don't want to trigger the people behind the
I always have a backup plan.
that shield yet. I'll have a good scout around first. What do you do down there, you fucking idiots? Oh, there's a ladder there. Didn't see that. I was running all the way round. Well, I was thinking of going to run all the way round.
Keep your wits about you.
There's no ladder this size though. Yes, there is. One there. Oh, don't I
Let us
feel
not
foolish?
dawdle.
To activate the shield, the Lord Inquisitor is expecting the rogue trader below. Yeah, I just did your job for you. Inquisition troopers. The surviving soldiers bear grave wounds inflicted by Gauss weapons. Even the most skilled chirurgeon will be likely be powerless to heal them.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
A bulky device is machine spirits continuously weaving a protective force field. This must be what is holding the Xenos at bay. By looking at its unsteady flickering, one cannot help but wonder how long this barrier will last.
Is there money to be made?
To Epitaph. Got a throat lozenge in. Might be able to hear that. That voice is going again. I want to finish it. So excited. That looks like a prison of some sort. What? It's all our people. Sargenta, or the Cassia, sorry. Reality bubbles before you and burst with an agonizing shriek. A few silhouettes now stand in your way. 3 of them seem to have your face, yet the differences are striking. Each has been marked by other accomplishments and different experiences, making you feel like a protagonist of a tale about a pair of twins separated at birth. Righteous reflection. Emperor, bestow strength upon me to smite yet another obstacle as I carry out your will. Those electricity explosions are rather loud. Now, I wonder where, you know when I put my hand on one of these steelies a couple of episodes ago, and the, I had a choice. You can always help each other, otherwise it's not a perfect reflection, or there'll be problems and we're going to fight each other. I wonder if that decision interacts with here. Because I said there's going to be differences, and the Steely went on to say there's going to be like a conflict. Emperor, bestow strength upon me to smite yet another obstacle to carry out your will. Cursed reflection. My master, change your ways. Is this of your making? Not heretical then? No, I can feel it is not. You're not playing tricks on me. You are sending me prey for a great sacrifice. So, heretical run, dogmatic run. Glorious. This bit iconoclastic. Is there some ironic lesson in what is going on? Could I be looking in the mirror a little less? Or perhaps trying to look at myself from the outside? Or is this a hint that I am my own worst enemy? I shall ponder this in my memoir. Look at where your doppelgangers came from. The blatant abuse of fabric of existence is causing the motes of reality to flare up. You see the mirages of the Koronus Expanse in the glow, altered past recognition by decisions you have made, or could have made in some other world. Who are you? Glorious reflection. Your replica smiles understanding. I am Jellymaster von Vlasius, the Magnificent. And if I know myself, which I almost certainly do, you are now pondering what that makes you. And that's been simple. You are my reflection from my less glorious reality, product of a malign influence of the treasure that I seek. Righteous. The doppelganger makes a sign of Aquila and utters, I am a blazing paragon of humanity, unbroken by tribulations, the first to venture into the darkness without fear, and the one who unites and brings back that which was forfeited. I am a rogue trader of the God Emperor. The cursed reflection. The last doppelganger smiles coyly. Speaking of me, I am the only version of ourselves who chose the path to true power. I serve the Master, the changer of ways, and I already chanced upon my reflection in his dreams, which is why I am the only one without a dumbstruck expression on my face. So, you and me. Truth stems from the Emperor. You are lacking it, which means you're not the true Von Vlasius, but a flawed replica born of our flawed reality. Address the cursed copy. So you're one of my versions, chose to serve the arch enemy. I do not serve, I reign. You grovel, but I dominate and rise even higher. You notice that your replicate is sporting elaborate makeup. Under a layer of powder, the doppelganger's face looks strange, its skin covered in wrinkles. Somehow they remind you of closed eyelids. Idera the Insidious. Idera opens her mouth and see blankness between her teeth in place of her tongue. 100 otherworldly warp voices speak instead of her voice. The Master requests a sacrifice, a living sacrifice. Toss them into the warp. Their paths will be unraveled and woven into yours. Why did you come to Epitaph? My Master, the changer of ways, directed me here and revealed my destiny. This is where I will cut short the life of the Corpse Emperor's champion and claim the great trophy. This is where I am fated to become one with the warp. I wonder at what point your soul was tainted by heresy. It happened on the day Conrad Voigtfield wounded me with the cursed blade. From then on, I started hearing voices. Fortunately, my companion Idira taught me how to avoid going insane, and I began to listen to and heed their wisdom. They revealed secrets to me and whispered the dark rituals. I raided the von Blancier's crypt, made a dark offering of Theodora's skull, and slaved her spirit. I learned all of her dirty secrets, all of her lies. I saw the full picture and realized that only the strongest survive in the Expanse, and their strength is good enough to survive. Have you achieved much on your profane path? Oh, I have. My empire is no paltry protectorate. It stretches across Winterscale's domain and the worlds of Corda. With my brother Conrad as regent, together we rule many planets. I deceived Urulan the Fool and banished him from the Expanse after subverting his cult. I taught the brazen Drukhari a lesson by sending their cellular navigators into Camorra to cause the most powerful disjunction in history. In Quetzaltema, I struck down the furious Caligos, a rival for the favour of the dark gods, and used his blood to make a pact with the Edge of Daybreak, my illustrious teacher. I wonder if this is all things you can do on the heretical run, or not. House Orselia would never swear allegiance to someone like you. We follow his lies, and you're a twisted chaos incarnate. Now I see what Sorian's blessed my path. From this reality, I met a human with a powerful and radiant soul, unyielding to corruption. I remember you, little Xenos. I remember you and your kin begging for mercy as I sent you off, one after another, to the feast of the Lord of Pleasure. There's something hilarious about the way you're reveling in your villainy. You won't believe a little I care about what you think. Just the arrogant copy. You seem to think you are better than the rest of us, don't you? And yet, I was the only one clever enough to become the mistress of my own fate, not to be reduced to someone else's plaything or a slave to dogma. Why did you seek to enter the crypt? Came to claim the treasure, whatever it is. Theodora found it, which makes it mine. Xavier will forget trying to steal it from my dynasty. The doppelganger smirks. Doppelganger's slightly accelerated speech, jerky movements, and sweet twinkle in her eye suggest that her blood is teeming with euphoric stimulants. I've become very principled and vengeful where my treasure hoard is concerned. I wonder how you acquired such an ego. The lack of pointless advice, I presume. On the day Conrad killed Theodora. He didn't in my reality, but whatever. All of her officers died with her, including Mort, Abelard, Idira, Ravor, Vigdis. When I came into my inheritance, there was no one to teach me how to be a rogue trader. I did everything myself and found out who Theodora von Valancius really was. A narcissistic, unscrupulous, self-serving bitch who lied to everyone. I admit I regretted not getting a chance to know her better. I embraced her principles and realised that literally everyone in the Koronus Expanse was out to take advantage of me. The Drusians and the Pirates, the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Caspalica, Calcazar and Urulan, and so the puppet pulled at the strings and made his master's dance. I dare say things turned out well for me. I have to admit, this version of you is not without a certain charm. The kind where I don't quite know what to throw myself at you or empty a full clip right into your face. Ah, my sweet smuggler. You're also my world, you know. I gave you a little planet with a pretty palace and tiny garden to look after, after you took offence at a couple of innocent jokes about your humble origins. Throw myself for you, or empty a full clip into your face. It's a tough one. Ah, Tisiphone, my sworn friend, and the most overbearing shrew in all of the Expanse. Of course, you're here as well. The copy nods meaningfully at Cassia. Nice to see you in the thick of things as usual. So, in that reality, Tisiphone isn't dead. Because we know Cassia is like a direct clone of Tisiphone. The mention of the former Novator of the house makes Cassia flinch. What? I think you mistake me for someone else. Indeed, in this rancid reality, you're some kind of pathetic parody of yourself. Have you achieved much without loyal allies? Yet I have. I'm the most influential figure in the entire Expanse. Perilous was slain by the Xenos, and his successor Yvain became my puppet. Incendia chases pirates, not realizing it's me who's raiding her colonies. I was able to make a pact with the Cabal of the Reed and Tempest against Calcazar, forcing him to flee. I only took a dozen expeditions into the unknown, with the dynasty capital footfall, named Vladimir my governor, and made Hieronymus a cardinal. Not too bad for a novice, wouldn't you say? You are a parody of what rogue trade is supposed to be. Quite the epitome of hubris, greed, and brazenness. That's what being a rogue trader is all about. You just simply lack the imagination to grasp it. Address the pious copy. Your faith seems to be stronger than that of us all combined. I remember in whose name the sacred warrant was granted. Remember by whose hand I am ordained to exist. I believe my faith is a bright light driving back the darkness. But your faith is cold embers. When I look at you, I feel ashamed of myself. Did you come here to help Calcazar? The future is not known to me. The Lord Inquisitor did not give me the full details of Operation Precious Sentinel, but he mentioned its importance to the entire Imperium. I've come to lend him my aid, or to stop him if his plans go against the will of the God Emperor. Your doppelganger vigorously chops the air with her hand. You notice some stiffness in the movement, as well as subtle grimace of pain. As you look closer, you realise that lurking under your replica's clothes are chains of penance with jagged hooks digging into her flesh. Such instruments of humility are only worn by the most fervent believers. Cassia covers her eyes with her hand and shakes her head sorrowfully. The heat of your hues is blinding, Lord Captain. Scarlet and gold shroud your very essence and overpowering radiance, but deep inside, I see a palpitating smudge of sable blue, which you have banished, which you loathe, which ruins the perfection of the image. Are you afraid of a misstep? Of loneliness? Of the Emperor turning away from you? Do not dare lay your accursed eye on me. The copy's roar is definitely loud. How did you even survive the cleansing of York 5, monster of House of Celio? Bellic and I crush your mad followers and purge the Navigator House of Corruption. Did your heretical powers enthrall my copy's weak spirit? Is this reality? How ignoble, how disgraceful. Where does such piety come from? It filled me on the day that Sister Argenta and I executed Theodora for heresy. I saw all her wickedness and depravity, and felt unclean, stained by her blood. So I swore to redeem the name of the dynasty. Blood exalted on my fiery-hearted Shireen, our friendship would not have blossomed of the light of every star, it seems. The copy cast a contemptuous glance at Jai. You, the abject grovelling creature who chose to sell out to the arch-enemy instead of atoning for her transgressions under my guidance. Your rotten soul was reborn in cleansing flame. That's what I'm talking about. Nice one, Jai. How many feats of faith have you accomplished? Not enough yet. I struck down Caligus Winterscale, a champion of Khorne, in the ruins of Dargonus. I joined forces with a benevolent Incentia Corda to purge the cult of the Final Dawn, then incited rebellion and used footfall to summon a greater demon named the Edge of Daybreak. An unclean spirit is now sealed within the station that I proclaimed forsaken forever. So you didn't kill it like I did then? Didn't banish him? After the purging of Janus, the Xenos of Kudarak, and the Cabal of the Reeve and Tempest forged a profane alliance against my protectorate. With the noble space wolves, I defeated their combined forces and banished them from the Expanse. Argenta's a bit quiet about this. Looks like this version of me became a mindless zealot. Vice always masked envy as contempt. This situation just became complicated. How are we going to resolve it? Well, we're going to kill everyone. We shall fight. Ascent your soul's greedy interest in what is hidden in this crypt. I will not you to take possession of this blasphemous thing. Let you. No? Okay. But I see we're outnumbered compared to you, Doppelganger. I think it would be wise to join forces, topple you first, then resolve the conflict between those who have survived. I concur. We'll finish off the one with the biggest retinue first, then decide who is worthy of the prize. However, I already know who it's going to be. Now I'll show you who's the original and who is the imperfect replicas. Killing yourself is a peculiar form of martyrdom. Martyrdom in the name of profit.
I'll make an example out of you.
So what do we have? Got 5 of them. But that's nothing. I can do damage though. And that's the sword that Epilogue's got. Okay. Guess you have Psyker powers. No, you're an assassin. Yeah. Level 5 heretic. Adira. Okay. What about these two? Argenta the Scourge and Righteous Reflection. Okay. Reflection 7. Okay. Right then, Cassia. We're going to put you here. View that way, view this way, but can't see those. If I go up here, I won't see it. Can't tell if I've got any line of sight at all from up here. I can almost move. Magenta. Okay, there. Cassia there. Let's go. I can go here actually. Put me on this side. And Elliot. Where do you have the best? Can't see there. Maybe here. Might not be able to see Argenta, but I can see that. Can always move. Can see. Yes, can see. Can see Argenta, can see everybody. Nice. Let's get rid of you.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
High momentum.
Maybe Dira for lightning shocks and stuff like that. Nice miss. But quit. Right.
There are legends about
Yeah, do on you.
I deal death with my hands.
Get rid of your armor.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. No weakness is hidden from my sight. If it serves your cause.
My prescience has failed me.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. I hear you moving. No,
You're gonna shut up and just do your job.
Imperium is beneath me. No weakness weakness is hidden from my sight.
Just barely.
Ancestors guide me.
Not doing much damage here. I wonder why.
I am not your Xenos pet, Moni.
I wonder why you're not doing much damage. Not doing the thousands and stuff. They've got high stats.
I understand your intent.
Don't get too cocky.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you
I meant to do that
insist,
first.
Captain.
I didn't.
Isn't this a job for the
Don't let your
staff?
guard down.
Who should I give it to?
Here's
Argenta.
my perfect moment.
Rejoice in battle! As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Catch my breath. Always keep your eye on the prize.
Thingy revolver, that thing he had. Eruption melter. Heavy weapon. Another sword. Heretical. Staff of shock and awe. So it's a good one. That was the one we already have. Level 18. I think we've already got one of those. And I played the assassin, already have that. Malleus body glove. Plus 15 dodge and Xenos. Plus 10 hit chance. And medium armor, heretical. Guess half of that was from over there.
I always keep my options open.
You have the Imperial Pride. I had that before. Moved heavy bolter. Which it is, but it's not as good done. Well, it has power armor. Where are you? Yeah, this is the one that's in the ground is the middle one. Now, before I said there was 3. I got the good one. That's kind of the middle one, which is kind of mere. And the other one is Sister Repentia stuff. I don't know what that is. And Voidsman armor. That's not bad. Exodus long last. Additional hit chance 50. Grants plus 25 hit chance. The wield has at least Iconoclast Zealot. No, I don't. Oh no, just 25% hit chance. It says 50 there. If the wield has at least Zealot Iconoclast, damage is increased by 30% of current momentum. It's huge. Current momentum. Momentum could be 200. So it could be 60. So you have 100 to 120. Must not have Adeptus Dracario Dari. Relic Silencer. Don't be Lucifer's. Motor charge. Yes, you can use that. Rifle. I mean, I could. But the gleam rifle does more damage. But I'm not. Is that it? Not even close. No, you can't use it.
Let us not dawdle.
Tech blight has barely affected this bridge, but almost completely devastated the Xenos structures below. What bridge?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Where are you going? No, come back here. Is that not there? Was it below? It was down there, okay. Thought it was that.
Keep your wits about you.
Because that's the same. Yeah, it's not there either. It's down below. Okay, I've gone down that way.
I always have a backup plan.
A trivial task.
One of the images stands out among the rest. This likely used to be the symbol of an ancient Xenos dynasty. Connect to the memory core.
The machine god grants me insight.
Eliminate. Was that it? Didn't do anything.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Incandescent storm. 200 plasma. Every attack action with plasma guns is a separate cooldown. All the plasma guns attacks that can be used in a single turn. What does Pascal think about that? Being our plasma boy. But the one he's got does plus intelligence damage, so it's like plus 9 or 10 damage. It's a much better armor pen. Okay. Cruciatum Litany. Every wearer's single attack gets plus 10 damage for each negative effect. Yeah. Tesla grenade. I could try it with Pascal. I could do single shot and everything. Only one go then. That's still the same. I'm not going to touch anything. No, that was it.
Let us.
This is going to be a long episode, I think. Oh. Trying to avoid those. Yeah, it's already an hour 45. Rosary of Defense. Unyielding beacon and what's this?
Rise to the top.
Looks like we're getting
Or get left in the dust.
a really good piece of equipment for each class. I'll try one for
I
once.
have learned much in my exile.
As soon as you touch the obelisk, ancient Xeno symbols appear in your mind, forming the words, "Open the pocket repository." Where the hell is that? Connects to the core. It's down there somewhere. Yeah, why not? Sing of the fearsome sagas. Is this similar to the one he's already got? I guess so. Power axe. Rallying boots. After the wearer user's following, wearer's allies gain 30 damage for the next attack for each ally. Mind assemble circlet. When the wearer uses a psychic power, they can trigger one of the following: 50% reduce AP and decrease the veil. 25 psychic power as usual. 25% decrease veil decoration by 3. We set the cooldown on the attack. Yeah. It's a Adira thing. That way or this way. It showed us the thing firing. This is dead end though, isn't it? Who knows?
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable...
Your technology is limited, but I am grateful.
That didn't work. Need to find the other ones.
You require an audience?
Speak, Elantar.
Yeah, the normal ones. There we go.
You have offered me another chance.
Well, I can't go that way. Well, I could do, but...
Is there money to be
There's
made?
another one this way. Is the one that firing?
I always have a backup plan.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Jesus.
I'm restless.
Takes one hit.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
So how the hell did we get rid of it? That didn't work. Hit something that blew up, did
Let
you?
me tend to your wounds.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Okay. Can't go that way, can't go that way.
I always keep my options open.
How the hell do we get past here? I can't run past it, can I?
Does something trouble you, Lord Captain? Pardon?
Ah. That's what I do.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay. The light of terror shines for us. Duty prevails.
There we go. Saint Argenta to the rescue again.
Let us not dawdle.
Maybe that could have blown that up, maybe. Wondering why it was giving us loads of motor bombs. Or motor charges, I should say. What the hell's going on here with the... Weird. It's like zoomed right out.
Rise to the
Oh, weird. Got to zoom back out again now. The destructive web of the tech blight is spreading along the walls of the crypt.
Is there money to be made?
I align my path with yours. For now.
Yeah, that would do.
Keep your wits about you.
Just shoot the generator behind it.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Who's that up ahead? Kalkazar, probably. Take the assists.
I always keep my options open.
Cheeky save. Epitaph. Yeah, it's hour 51 already. I thought it might be. Yeah, it's going to be a long one. But hopefully, it'll be a goodie. I wanted to keep it all together rather than, you know, split it up. So, double feature length episode. Is it a late night double feature? Your ladyship, please forgive me. I have to go back to work. Yeah, Kalkazar is right there. Take the assists. Well, trade the Lord Inquisitor expecting you. Mystic. Enforcer. The dickhead himself.
Let us not dawdle.
Anything around here? No, nothing around here.
I always have a backup plan.
Nothing to click on, nothing to find. How does that? Oh, there we go. There around the yoke, a powerful device created by humans and Xenos is thrumming with tension. So the yoke, or the
Is there money to be made?
Heinrich's friend, Exiomata, whoever it was. No. Pascal's one. That the yoke was too heavy. Something like that. Or the yoke was slipping. Maybe that's the prison. I see you did not heed my warnings, Jellymancer. Your decision to come in spite of them may have consequences, but we still have a chance to turn to everyone's advantage. If your ladyship listens to me very carefully. What are you doing here? Exactly what my duty dictates, saving the Imperium. Isn't it obvious? Is that what you're here for? What is it? We call it a shard, and yes, I've been noted quite aptly, it's the reason I'm here. This construct contains an ancient, or rather, a pre-ancient being of cosmic power. They were called the Catan. The entity is currently trying to escape, and I'm here to collar it. Kalkazar nods at the giant device whose design clearly points to it being brought into the crypt from outside. No one in this world is capable of taming the power of the true Inga, the Star Devourers. And if you think even a small imprisoned one, part of one, of them is going to yield to you. You are mad, monkey. Mad and short-sighted. Of course the Inquisition wants to collar. How typical. Giant honey's speech dissolved to solid crudeness. Oh, damn it, even I can see that no good come of this grok shit crazy plan. What is this Catan shard? What's it doing here? A specimen of an ancient predator race. Devourers of pulsars who feasted on star systems. Reality itself bent to their power, but many millennia ago, an ancient Xenos race managed to defeat them, shatter them into pieces, and lock them away in prisons like the one you see before you. The Ingir are no mere predators, monkey. They're not just another sentient race. The ancient tales speak of a great war between the Ingir and the Old Ones, and in that war, the Ingir found allies to whom they promised unbounded gifts. You have seen them, Alentak. Your species calls them Necrons. The Ingir granted them everything they needed to fight their enemies, but the largesse came at a price. Tricked into a state that was neither life nor death, the Metal Warriors served the Star Devourers for aeons, until they finally rebelled and confined their masters to prisons such as this one. Do you wish to be tricked by their power too? Your unsanctioned Xenos has a point, Rogue Trader, which isn't the same thing as saying she is right. The Imperium will harness the creature's power and turn it against their enemies. And you think you stand a chance against such a power? Do you mean to say that humans aren't capable of such a feat? I'm not just human, I'm an instrument of the Emperor's will, one of many. And the Imperium is omnipotent. If I were to fail, another would follow my footsteps. That is how humanity makes the impossible possible, with the hands of particular people in particular circumstances. Your skepticism is unwarranted. Seeing as the inhabitants of this place almost killed you, I gather that something went wrong with this plan of yours. Not at all. Operation Precious Sentinel is in its final stages. The increase in Xenos activity is a vexing yet trivial development in the grand scheme of things. They were supposed to guard the device, but they slept through the intrusion, and only the Catan Shard's emanations can make them stir. So, the tech light was for use here, and it spread, because it is affecting the Necrons. We saw it in the last couple of battles. They got a debuff on them. And also that ship that crashed. So I think the tech light was designed for this. Just for this one specific thing, but then it spread onto the Cruderak and everywhere else. Theodore's research destabilized the Shah's prison. Yeah, that. My project only made it worse. Whenever the particles of the Catan Shard energy seep out, many curious phenomena occur. Destruction of the crypt, the warped reality. When I tame the monster, I will order it to stop disrupting the laws of the universe. Yeah, like it's gonna fucking obey. That brings us to the most interesting part of our conversation. You know my plan, now I want to know yours. Will you admit that I am in the right and join me in this undeniable ambitious act? Will you try to stop me? I'll be upfront with you. If it is the latter, I will be forced to remove you. I'm sure you realise that already. I will not let you bring this insane plan to fruition. Maybe? The Inquisitor nods calmly. There's not a shred of hatred or disappointment on his face. Farewell then. I'm glad to have made your acquaintance, Jelly Mouser, despite everything. He glanced at his rescue. Eliminate the Rogue Trader.
You will beg for mercy.
We have 13.
And I will grant none.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Okay. We have 84s. Mystic. Stick Meg over there. Okay. veteran, a 1600er. Okay. So we've got the Mystic, the Veteran, Alcazar himself, and an Enforcer. So let's get here. That, no, there. That will hit that, and also this way for Macassia. I'll leave earlier there, because she can then run around and get around these corners. And also, she should have decent line of sight on the big lads. So, time to try it out.
With the right incentive. Am I getting paid for this?
If it serves your cause.
No, 61. Okay.
If I must. This tedium is beneath.
Right, he's down to 21. I can't target him, so that's his game over. Right, let's put a bleed on the Mystic.
I am not your Xeno.
Buff Argenta.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Give her a go.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Yep, one on you. One on you. One on you.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Can't do a rapid fire. Okay.
Chosen.
That was pretty crap, Argenta. Well, whatever. Maybe should go back to the rifle, I guess.
On it.
Give
It's
Pascal a
as
go.
good as done.
Request approved. Running binary override.
Okay. Pascal's turn. I thought I could use all three of them every turn. Obviously not.
Request approved.
Disappointed.
If I may, isn't this a job for the SAS duty demands? You don't frighten me! I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Out of my way.
I want him up, but I don't want him. Let's buff up
Isn't this a
Argento.
job for the serfs?
Give Jai a go, maybe.
Tell me, and it is done. Jai Hedari. Remember the name. I hold all the cards.
Okay, Elliot. But on him
If it
mainly.
serves your cause. I am not your scene. Deal death with my hands. This tedium has been... No weakness is hidden from my sight.
4,700. Oh my lord.
Hear you moving, no more.
2 for 1 maybe?
If another soul
Yep.
slips beyond the veil, I understand your intent. If it serves your cause,
4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, Jai.
Don't get too cocky. You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
Sure. Oh, it's your turn again, is it? Okay. Who do we have? Might as well kill this one, because you're close. Oh, all done.
Don't get too cocky. Am I getting paid for this?
My turn. $95, $95.
Inevitable.
Who can I give points to? Jai?
I'll make it happen.
I've only one left, hasn't been buffed. There we go. Cassia can't move.
In the name of House Orcellium, I shall prevail.
this tedium has been...
Don't need to do that. Bit of overkill, but you know.
If I deal death with my hands.
Casual 7,000 damage. Can't get that last one. Can I? Maybe. No, not quite.
I approach the designated position.
One too short.
You cannot force me, Elantak.
So that was a waste. Well, it's okay. We'll go again. Okay.
swift and silent. I am not your Another soul slips beyond the veil.
No, it is too early. The yoke must be activated, or all is lost.
Oh, who's that? Nomos, yes. An invisible, yet clearly tangible aura of power envelops the figure clad in the robes of a tech priest. It is all the more baffling to hear the youthful, excited voice from under the hood. This is it, the place of our origin. Nomos' gaze is trained upon the Catan shard. It was your strike and your wish to escape your prison that begot us. The mysterious creature that has been in your ship's soul for so long turns to face you. But it was you, Jolly Master, who truly ushered us into this world. So let us meet our abominable precursor together, for it is ready to break free. Greetings, Nomos. We're out of time now. It escapes now. Stop the Catan shard. Ah, that's what Nomos' thing is. Bye, Calcazar. Got 12 frames a second. Yeah, my 1080 doesn't like that. That'll come with my CPU.
You dare cross the Casbalican? A poor decision.
15,500. Deflection 50. Okay. Okay. As long as one shard copy of the energy orb remain, each time it's tapped, the Catan shard will retain a stack of written conceptualization and trigger reflective retribution on the attacker. Okay. That needs to go. So, Cassia, get right up in its grill. And you, Argenta. Pascal. We've got two things here. Where's the other one? It says we've got two. What's that there? Is that Nomos? No. He acts twice. What's this here? Do a quick save. I think this is it, the final battle. What's this do? No. Let's get a shot off. Get that. It was on 15,500. That was on 14,000. Aha. Staggered because of Cassia. You beauty, Cassia. That's only half of that. I don't do any damage to it until what? That one. That one. That one. Well, there's 3 things there, so I don't know. But anyway,
I understand your intent.
I've only got one thing to shoot at, so shoot at it.
Moments of integrity gone.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Okay. Did about 1,000 damage. Who's got the debuffs? She has. I'll go. No, Pascal goes next. Well, I go next, so.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Yes. She can hit it with the that rifle.
I'll do it. I refuse.
Okay, everybody has that.
Cannot damage a star.
Cannot damage a star, I guess not. But call the bold minus 21%. Oh, dude. Taking it down. Have another shot at you. Hopefully it can't regenerate to do any of that crap. Staggered by me. Okay. They radiated for 3 rounds. Half soul its healing. Okay. What's that? Controlled shot. Automatically dodge. Okay. Some are level 4, some are level 6. Plus 15% hit chance. Might as well chuck it on.
Doubt is for the weak.
Cassia can't do anything. Let's buff Cassia.
I'll see to it personally.
And give Pascal a go. Let's get
The spiritual prognosis.
everybody buffed. That's 1. That's 2.
Running binary override.
Let's do that. And do that.
Vow is
A fleeting moment of integrity gone.
running
Yeah.
binary override.
Might as well. Okay. Now, front line. You. Debuff. Nope. Debuff. You. What are you on now? 10,535.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
6,9. Fucking hell. 3,500 she did. That's far more. Damn. 3,500. Bang. Do that.
If I may. Me. You insist, Lord Captain.
What's on now? 6,230. I don't want to move it anywhere. Willpower and toughness. Yes,
I'm
please.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
And overwhelm.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay. Pascal for full turn.
The scriptural combat is an equation. Your life is
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Cannot damage a star.
Let's add another analyze enemies to it. And a kill zone stratagem. And intimidate. Oh, next. I should have done that before. Oh, earlier can do it. Intimidate. Poison strike. You.
Imperium is beneath me. If it serves your cause.
5,200. What the hell was that? Take the victim's place. What did Nomos just do? Up to Jai. Oh, sorry. You. Damaged by the void. Next round, unless someone takes their place. Nomos' boon. Okay. Right then, Jai, take the place. What the hell is going on? Pascal's on the floor. I can do this controlled shot.
As the Emperor commands, I act. That is not the Emperor's will. I'll do it.
Ah, oh, nice one. And that was Cassia earlier, mainly. Then Jai, given a
Pain cleanses the body.
swapping over. Well, I can't do anything. Nice one. Oh, no stone unturned. You visited all the systems in the Koronus Expanse. The ancient monster struggles against the energy manacles of the yoke. Its impossible powers that make reality itself burst at the seams are now being forced into a compact dungeon, quark by quark, returning it to a cruel and painful non-existence in a moment. It could struggle harder, but something is hindering it. Catan Shard. You are the cause of these hindrances. Only now does the Catan Shard turn its focus to you, for the battle was nothing more than the reflexive resistance of an alien mind absorbed in a completely different range of thoughts and responses. But now, it is thinking about you, and its thoughts are so corporeal, you can sense them and know them. It seeks an end to the confrontation. It is capable of resolving it in a way that would benefit all. More and more tears appear all over the shard's form. As the yoke absorbs its power, it becomes increasingly harder for the shard to maintain its physical structure. Each imperfection you inflict brings the Star Predator closer to imprisonment. Nomos, do not bow your head before our abominable precursor. It was begotten by the dark abyss of the past. It is a fragment of that which devoured stars and erased civilizations. It knows no benefit other than its own. Allow us to stand against it. This is our time, our impossible chance. Nice one, Nomos. Theodora? Oh, I can't. Can't scroll out. As yet another layer of reality cracks, a figure appears before you, her. After giving you a probing and praising look, Theodora permits herself a slight smile. Nomos. For our birth ever had a purpose that's here and now. Why do you call the shard your precursor? Because that is what it is, what we are. We have told you before about Theodore's ambition, Ammonite's mind, the ship's cradle, and Epitaph's secret. One sprouted into another, and spurred yet another. Thus, Nomos were born. We were but an echo of the shard's power, an echo that left its prison. But we have become something so much more, with your help. What do you intend to do? Clash with the precursor, touch it, absorb it, so that the reflection becomes the object reflected. So that the shard becomes Nomos, then, and only then, will its threat be eradicated forever. Do you think you can do this? What will happen afterwards? We stand at the threshold of probabilities, and outside the bounds of the predictable. It is beyond possible to know whether we can or cannot. But we believe that we can. That is what drives us to try. And if we succeed, we will obtain power beyond compare. We will become a shield against any threat, whatever form it may manifest itself. Okay, I've made my decision. You can sense the shard's reaction, observation, analysis, and almost intangible anxiety. Try to touch Theodora. Particle's reality around you begin to boil, trying to heal the wound upon existence, preventing her from entering your vision of reality. You and she can exchange words, thoughts, glances, but physical connection is impossible. You are merely fleeting phantoms that could scatter at any moment. She is silent, her gaze still trained on you. She is trying to commit your every feature to memory. Begone. I'm the rogue trader in this world, not you. Theodora nods in approval. Yes, you're the rogue trader. I can see that. The wound on reality is healed, and the vision of Theodora quickly fades away. You can catch her last words. Whatever fate you choose, one can only hope it'll be better than mine. Think about the Catan. Mental contact is effortless. This is not communication. Such a powerful being cannot comprehend communicating with anyone but its equals. It simply bears the gift of making the other hear and understand it. So grand is the potential of its thoughts. God, I'm so hungry now. Might make myself a burrito. Try to comprehend what the Catan is. Catan's the pinnacle of reality. There's eternity, dominance, omnipotence, individuality. Catan's the original purpose behind all existence. The rest was born in order to contain, nourish, be appropriated by the Catan. To the Catan, space is an illusory variable. To the Catan, time is a young and trivial phenomenon. Where it existed for an eternity in the gaseous energy fount of the universe before time was eventually born. For the Catan, fact and probability are mere abstractions, through which it can soar on its electromagnetic wings. Currently, the Catan is not whole. It was shattered into lesser pieces, and so were its thoughts and powers. The feeling of emptiness is oppressive, and it yearns to become one again. You hear a whisper from Pascal's voice. I know this feeling, Zenas. Try to sense the motives behind the Catan's actions. The Catan wishes to be. All Catan exists to spread and conquer, not to stay manacled within untime, where it was entombed by the contemptible sentient tools, away from all that is. Catan wishes to ascend, sate its hunger, embrace once more the pure exhilaration of claiming and taming reality. Try to understand what benefits Catan promises. Power, eternity, comprehension. The Catan can choose to reign over the short-lived races of forged a new and glorious, or once chose, a glorious fate for them. It has learned from its mistakes. Now it will only bestow its gift upon the chosen few. Yeah, lies. The Catan can grant. Your thoughts falter. It is difficult for your mind to fathom the full scope of this word. The Catan can grant everything. Do not listen. Reject the promises. Do not allow your mind to be clouded, Epilogue. No one is capable of receiving everything or granting everything. Not even a star devouring Ingir. And this shard of an Ingir cannot even grant itself freedom. Stop thinking about the Catan. Face Nomos. Act now, my child. We are ready for the most important battle of our life. Wish us luck. Nomos steps towards the shard. The whole world explodes in a terrifying whirlwind. You hear the colours and see the touches. Ice burns your hands while fire leaves you freezing. In the midst of this madness, you can clearly sense the battle raging, a clash of two beings, one endlessly ancient and the other endlessly young. Go on, Nomos. The power of the Catan Shard is such that it redefines the very notion of power, but it has a weakness. One that you can see only now, with the shard and its rival standing face to face. The shard is just that, a shard. It is incomplete, it's not whole, and it cannot be what the Catan was before. What opposed to the shard is something entirely different, an undivided, sentient being with a clear purpose in mind, akin to a well-aimed arrow, and the one who fletched and loosed this arrow was you. The battle goes on and on and on, outrunning the course of time. But you don't need the gift of clairvoyance to know who will emerge victorious. That noise with the headphones on full blast, that was fucking awesome. Right. I need to pee. Back in a sec. Okay. Onto the epilogue, it seems. The Catan Shard was transmuted into a new form, and the name was Nomos. Possessing the power of an ancient being and nurtured by the rogue trader, the young star god watched over the Koronus Expanse, their new domain, with curiosity. Gathering its bleeding worlds together again, the rogue trader dared to build something more noble and civilized in the Expanse, a haven for those drifting and unprotected in the strict hierarchy of the Imperium. It would be an unbound frontier where freedom and compassion were not wholly extinct. Nomos, the shackled monster under Von Valancia's control, ensured the survival of the fledgling utopia. The Star God destroyed all who threatened its peaceful civilians, instilled fear in those of little faith. Wow, Nomos, a Star God. The Expanse tasted the sweet fruit of freedom and tolerance with reverent fear. The Imperium could not forgive such insolent deviation from the order prescribed by Holy Terror. The Von Valancia's dynasty was accused of seditious formation of their own empire. An invasion fleet gathered in the Calixis sector. The lifespan of the young utopia was as short as its creators. Protecting the young kingdom of freedom, Nomos created dimensional barriers that cut the Koronus Expanse off from the Imperium more soundly than the Great Rift. The humanity of the Expanse was left in isolation. Relying only on themselves, they either had to build something anew and different from the Imperium, or fall into the horrors lurking in the darkness. The ideals that Jellymaster Von Valancia's was committed to were alien to the Imperium, but close to the hearts of many in the Expanse. Anyone who could not resolve dispute, who was denied justice, rushed to the palace of the rogue trader in search of mercy. Having lost its leader and lacking a worthy successor, the Corda dynasty began to weaken. The grim legacy of the abominable Aspis revealed itself, and the Protectorate fell into chaos. Grasping claimants tore the defenseless domain apart. Yeah, I killed her. Resisting the temptations that besieged him, Caligos Winterscale returned to his domain and began to piece together the shattered remains of his protectorate. Until his dying day, his actions and thoughts were dedicated to saving abandoned worlds and protecting survivors. Alas, he was not able to achieve much in the time he was allotted. He breathed his last breath on the same throne that he refused to leave for decades, adamantly refusing augmetics that would restore mobility and power to his legs. Good for you. The cult of St. Drusus continues an indefatigable struggle to spread faith around the Expanse and expose the vile transgressions of the authorities. The stronger and wealthier a planet was, the less the rulers wanted to see the black-clad creatures. Riots and assassinations pushed the cult to the place where it felt most confident, the frontier. After the death of Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, a man called Chaplain took over the leadership of the Drusian mission. He hid his name, but not his crimes or his piratical past. With the resolve and experienced voidfarer, he steered the cult and even led his fellow believers on military expeditions against brigands, enforcing order and converting depraved captives to the faith. What about the pirate's granddaughter? The deal struck by the Cognizant's fleet and the Von Volantis dynasty replenished the exploiters' dwindling supplies, allowed them to re-embark on a rapid and unrelenting expansion campaign. With powerful bases established in the Expanse, the Omnissiah scouts bravely ventured forth towards unnamed stars, with the same drive that propelled their ancestors to explore the Expanse itself. The schism of discontinuing the cycle engulfed the entire Cognizant's fleet, and soon the civil war was over. Disregarding the commandments of their forefathers, the exploiters started down a dangerous path of new comprehension, creation, and revision of procedures and algorithms. The fleet was united once more, and in its unity, it was ready to stare down any horrors standing in the way of the catechism of maintenance and operation. Magus Dominus Opticon 22, one of the first to hail the return of the Messiah, took the helm of the Mother Squadron of the Cognizant's fleet, unquestioningly embracing the teaching of discontinuing the cycle. He personally saw to the crushing of any renegades who did not accept the Messiah's word as truth, and earned himself the identifier, Worm Scourge. Profitable deals made between the Fellowship of the Void and the Von Volantis dynasty helped them subdue smaller brigand squadrons in the sector. Many Wilson stations saw the opening of fellowship dens, in which grotesquely sincere pirate representatives took kickbacks from traders in exchange for safe passage. Naturally, the servants of Von Volantis dynasty and people under the rogue trader's protection were safe from the Fellowship of the Void's attacks. Mostly. Yeah, just read that. For many years, old Riza presided over the captains of the Fellowship. At the end of her life, she once again took to the helm of a ship and led an unprecedented attack on the Mother Squadron of the Cognizant's fleet, during which the attackers managed to seize a dozen transport ships loaded with Omnissiah's sacred gifts. Nice, right with a bang. Violence throughout the Expanse put many on their guard, and as a result, the Casbalica mission's business declined. Soon rumours surfaced among the cold traders about a so-called commission that made it through the Maw and into the Expanse. Its professed purpose was to audit assets and take measures to restructure operations. These words carried with them an ominous threat. Vladimir Tokarov, as Leisure Footfall, provided 14 assassination attempts and thwarted no less than 2,000 schemers before a shot finally took his life. The esteemed Legion's funeral was held in great secrecy, with only his closest entourage being permitted to view his corpse, which spawned some peculiar rumours. A multitude of agreements between the Imperial Navy and the Von Volantis dynasty are bound to the Imperial Navy. Captains were eager to patrol the Protectorate, knowing they'd be richly rewarded. Competing ships were lost to pirate attacks and subjected to harsh inspections. Many officers quietly entered the dynasty service, receiving a salary and title in exchange for their excellent skills. Worthy admirals valued their new friends and enjoyed more gold on their uniforms. Charters Captain Osterius Thorfast founded the Thorfast and Companions Merchant Company, excelling in trade and acquiring a substantial escort fleet. After 3 decades, he travelled to the Maw to return to the Imperium in hopes of obtaining the fabled warrant of trade. It is not known how this venture ended. VOC? When the rogue trader's apostasy became apparent, the Imperial Navy fulfilled its duty and fought the Von Volantis dynasty. The Battle of Dalgonus ended in resounding defeat, and surviving ships fled to distant systems. Disheartened but not broken, the captains vowed to rebuild their force and planned raids into the apostate territory. The crucial reason for the defeat was the extraordinarily high percentage of captains who betrayed their oaths and defected to the rogue trader's side. Overnight, she acquired a battle-ready fleet of her own. Dalgonus grew and prospered, and it soon became the capital of the Koronus Expanse. The planet was like a giant magnet whose pole held together the worlds of the Expanse, absorbing the treasures and vices of the sector. The voracious and shameless nobility of the Expanse flocked to Dalgonus in search of forbidden pleasures. Its librariums harboured dangerous volumes, its dark corners harboured dangerous peoples. The rule of law cannot reach the tops of the spires, shrouded in a veil of sinister and mystical rumours. Kiava Gamma washed off the stain of its former defilement, but not the dark memory of it. The sacred halls were never silent, and production rates became the supreme law. The glory of the Imperium was forged in the blood and sweat of its toilers, and the millstones of the manufactorums ground its workers down by the thousand. Even in death, the souls of its servants did not step away from their machines. The enthroned Null Caliph drew millions of pilgrims and granted the planet hallowed status. Its sacred calculation continued for centuries, and the foremost sages of the Depths Mechanicus travelled to the world so they could attempt to divine its meaning. Janus was conquered. The Xenos spirits were exorcised. The wilderness was subdued. The fields grew until they covered the entire planet, and billions of tons of provisions were harvested there. Janus became the breadbasket of the Expanse. To threaten it would have condemned millions to starvation. The dark rule of the Seekers of the Forbidden was established on Janus. While terrified serfs toiled in the fields and the lofty castles, wise renegades studied the knowledge of the Xenos, learned their filthy language, and embraced the culture. The mistborn of irrigation devices did the evil work from the righteous. Despite grim expectations, the coexistence of humans and Eldar did not lead to enmity. Janus had faced many trials. The struggle against them brought the two peoples together. They did not develop an affection for one another, but learned to speak, and with no weapons in their hands. More than one dangerous xenophile schism was born on Janus. The minds of V-6 grew deeper and deeper, and soon the planet became the darkest, most frightening colony of the Expanse, the final stop for the exiled and the damned. Brutal, hard inhabitants of the Death World, being neither humans nor xeno-horrors, knew no mercy, and were known for the most fearsome fighters in the sector, who had traded their lives for the right to leave the eternal darkness of the mines. Guarded luxurious palaces were built under the climate domes, shrouded by clouds of poison. They housed so many powerful blackguards, persecuted aristocrats and wealthy scoundrels that V-6 gained unimaginable political influence. Such grand and sinister deeds were done there that before long the grim death world was spoken of as the new political centre of the Expanse. No longer secluded and forlorn, Foulstone turned into the spiritual centre of the Expanse, clad in golden power. Rulers went there to be anointed for greatness, criminals for penance, and the righteous for encouragement. And there was no end to them in sight. Converted into a comet shrine, Foulstone's moon spread the word of St. Cognatius throughout the Expanse. Protecting worlds from attacks by the enemies of humanity, their servants asked for neither money nor power, but only the relics left by their blessed patron. The wise handed them over with reverence, but the haughty learned how heavy the hammer of Foulstone was. The fate of the pure-voiced prophet, guardian of the hallowed crucible, was a sad one. After visiting 7 worlds and bestowing the blessings of transformation upon them, he perished at the hands of bloodthirsty Drakari pirates along with his retinue and the priceless relic. After recovering from Corda's regime, Footfall reclaimed its status as the trading hub of the Expanse. Having learned a bitter lesson, Perdame Takar created the Football Partisans militia, a well-equipped mercenary army that answered only to him. A modicum of order returned to the station. The changes that Von Valance's dynasty brought to Footfall endured on the station long after. Whorehouses opened on the order of the rogue trader, saved many hungry and homeless from death. Unfortunately, this disrupted the station's delicate ecosystem. No longer freezing to death in empty compartments or tormented by epidemics, those who lived in poverty on Footfall began to choke on the station into a sharp rise in crime. Organ traders, illegal augmentic specialists, and savage gangs of amphas proliferated. Left without a sun, the Rycast system ceased to exist. Its now frigid planets spun away into darkness, no longer held by the gravitational pull of the star. A century later, a fragment of Rycast Minoris entered the Furibunda system and was snared by void miners. A piece of its rock was delivered to Footfall with reverence and used in the restoration of the God Emperor statue as a final memorial to the world devoured by corruption. Yeah, it killed you. With the fall of the unholy patron, the edge of daybreak, the cult of the final dawn perished as well. Every side of the cult was hunted down and eliminated. Rumours that some worshippers of the ruinous powers had managed to get away, hiding the writings of the shop of their warp-banished lord under the robes were baseless. I love these backgrounds, they're amazing. Left without a mission or leader, the word-bearers retreated to the depths of the Imperium. Their last act of vengeance was a bloody assault on Footfall. The populace of several asteroids were exterminated or enslaved, and the statue of the God Emperor was badly damaged. Rumours of the rotten remains of an Eldari craft world spread around the Expanse. Explorers, privateers, Kasparka agents, and everyone hungry for easy money all rushed to the frontier systems to vie for a piece of the prize. Some were swallowed by the warp, while others perished in skirmishes with their rivals. The most skilled and fortunate returned empty-handed after decades of searching. The colossal ship, as big as the Imperial world, simply vanished, as if it had never existed. But the legend of the forbidden treasure lived on and continued to bring daring souls to ruin. I would think the Harlequin moved it on. Half a century later, the Expanse trembled to the echo of Eldari war songs. Myriad warbands appeared out of nowhere, leaving a trail of bodies in their wake before disappearing into webway gates, masterfully hidden from the eyes of the monkey. The children of Asurian had come to avenge the death of the craft world Kudarak. Their woeful retribution lasted many decades, till both races were war-worn and out of blood to spill. Janus was among the worlds hit by the savage retribution of the Xenos, but before the great slaughter could make the planet's irrigation canals run red with blood, the Farseer Muoran emerged from the forest to address the Avengers. Having convinced his kin to stay their hand, he and his people departed Janus. The spirit monolith, purified by Harlequin troop on the Crone world, was hidden from the insatiable eyes of the monkey by raging warp storms. Ships started going missing more frequently than systems close to the planet. Even the most courageous captains gave the region a wide berth. It was named the Damned Reefs. Somewhere on the underside of reality lay Kamara, woven from manifold other dimensions, illuminated as always with the light of stolen suns, the streets ever filled with screams and agony. Any misfortune experienced by the Dark City became another scar on its appalling face, lost among thousands of other vile blemishes. As long as pain pulsed in its blood-soaked spires, the insatiable and unshakable Kamara continued its flight through the webway. Along with its unchanging ruler, the leader of the Cabal of the Black Heart, and the most dangerous of all Drakari, Asdrubael Vecht. The fall of the Cabal of the Revan Tempest united Kamara for a brief and bloody moment. The elites of the Dark City set their squabbles aside and found a new game in tearing apart the domain of the Archon Eremeris. The fate of the Revan Tempest reminded the other Cabals that nothing lasts forever in the Dark City, save the city itself. Leaving the Necron systems behind, the Star God vengefully obliterated every tomb world of the ancient Xenos race. The old hatred of the Catan, betrayed by their deathless servants, whispered inside him. God, my voice. Never mind Vigdis's. Oh, Jesus. The voice of Vox Master Vigdis Suri Otter of the Taliban dynasty has long resounded in the Expanse, bringing hope and trumpeting the vibe of the merciful rogue trader. Known for her wisdom and acute understanding of the ship systems over her long life, she taught many generations of future Vox Masters from the Taliban dynasty. Her body was built into the bridge itself, and in times of need her voice flowed through the Vox, dispelling delusions and despair. I like her character. It had some really good bits of humour and good one-liners. Thanks to the Lord Captain's influence, Idira and Vigdis became close once again, mending their sundered friendship. They're often seen talking at the card table of a glass of Amasek. The pale cheeks of the Vox Master would brighten with colour after such encounters, a sight as rare as a void kraken. Enjoying these precious moments, the good friends tried not to dwell on how long either of them had left. Well, that's good. After years of dedicated service, Master Hausman Ravor was granted, despite his objections, the privilege of rest. The wise servants of the Omnissiah implanted an augment into his brain that restored his ability to sleep. What? He's going to be so miserable about that. Soon afterward, something unprecedented happened aboard the ship. The master helmsman overslept and missed the start of his watch, but his temper did become much more agreeable from then on. Many years later, High Factotum Janus Dandrock sought permission to retire. He said that age had softened his heart, and that a more worthy, young and assertive successor should overtake his position. There was no shortage of candidates. Under all that fat, Dandrock had a sentimental heart. He spared nothing for the orphans of those who had died serving the rogue trader. Their children were given an excellent education and were eager to serve the Von Valansis dynasty. Good. In that beginning, he was like an obsequious, slimy toad. But throughout the story, he slowly became, I don't know, a forthright, doing what's right kind of person. Urban drives them cared more about preserving the influence of his line than the well-being of the Protectorate. His blind ambition lost him the governor's seat and the respect of his family. Within a few generations, one of the largest houses of Dargonus turned to an obscure family of petty aristocrats. Tariana Gaprak missed the moment when her family, which had previously functioned like a well-oiled machine, started to fall apart. Marked by infighting among her distant relatives, many blamed Tariana for the Kiara Gamma disaster. Soon the Gaprak family splintered into warring factions and spent centuries locked in violent struggle, only occasionally punctuated by futile attempts to reunite their house. Jesus Christ, this is going on. Macaria Sauerback was loyal to the rogue trader to the last, despite all the rumours to the contrary. Finding little affection among his subjects or family, stayed true to himself, remaining a forthright, severe and pious person. Macaria strived to ensure that every soul in his charge felt justifiable dread for both him and the God Emperor. Yeah, he thought rogue traders overstepped their mark, but he himself seemed okay. Members of the House Viserion served the dynasty faithfully and loyally, amassing more and more power. A century later, they had finally gained the respect enjoyed by other noble houses, yet power and luxury can dull any blade. Now pampered and idle aristocrats were scarcely recognisable as the descendants of the formidable Seneschal Viserion. Clementia Viserion, daughter of Abelard and Chancellor of Dargonus, executed her duties irreproachably and even had found time to school the younger generations of her family. She was an equally skilled mentor, chancellor and political operative. After a century of immaculate service, she surprised everyone by leaving her position and becoming the first mate on a trade ship. She would later admit, like a true Viserion, that she always had a passion for ships and voidfaring. Branches of House Gaprak and Viserion became intertwined by time after the marriage of Astartia and Vicente. To the great sadness of the couple and the great amusement of the spiteful Dargonus nobility, the marriage produced no children. Just like her ancestors, Astartia Viserion Gaprak dedicated her life to service. Crushed by the events that shook the stability of his house, his inability to provide an heir, Vicente lived in his wife's shadow. When his time came, he passed away without notice. There we are, Harlequin. The Harlequin, known as Nocturne of Oblivion, visited the Expanse once again. Sneaking onto Dargonus, it came to the rogue trader's palace and left a special gift, a case of Aldari crafting, unmistakably ancient and precious, adorned with the rune of an eye inside a triangle. Only the Lord Captain knew what it contained. The Harlequin candidly warned her that he was drawing the Von Valansis dynasty into a deadly dance, a shaken doom, that all will freeze within the threads of terror's loom. Then he promptly departed, and not without reason. A few hours later, assassins from the Dark City appeared, following his trail, and were mercilessly killed. Their armour bore the sign of the Cabal of the Black Heart. Deadly dance, a shaken doom. After months of searching, the Dargonus wardens found the remains of Achilles Scalander on the lowest levels of the hive. Drukhari artifacts and records discovered beside him indicated that the agent of the Inquisition had been compromised and was working for the Xenos. The savage deeds that Gordai Skatov witnessed on Footfall traumatized him forever. His architectural genius was shattered. Only the rare collections of the true connoisseurs held his work, written in a shaky hand. Footfall, the ultimate voice station and mortuary. Oh, here's that architect. Yeah. Ardelia Bellardo, the granddaughter, hey, of the pirate Jerrycan Dens Bellardo, grew up to be a quick-witted and energetic captain. Since her guardian, who went simply by the name Chaplain, knew only faith, slaughter and void-fearing, he advised her to invest her inheritance in a voidship. Her trade clipper, the Snake, travelled to all the settled worlds of the Expanse, and to many uncharted ones as well. And all the time that Adela Bellardo was captain, the ship never once fired on a civilian vessel. Having completed his last journey with his Lord Captain, Abelard Verserin, with the gracious permission of the rogue trader, left his post as Seneschal and took over the helm of his large family. House Verserin rose above its rivals and was never again the target of persecution. Even after their esteemed patriarch died decades later in his bed surrounded by his grieving loved ones. Sister Argenta made no secret of the great respect and gratitude she felt toward the Lord Captain, yet duty compelled her to leave von Valancius' retinue. With the blessing of the ecclesiarchy, she found a minor order of Adeptus Sororitas, the Order of the One Star. United around the keeper of the sacred relic, its sisters protected the faithful from dangers still lurking in the Expanse. The wider order and its courageous founder very quickly became heroes of legend, instilling hope and inspiration to the hearts of Terra's faithful children. After the victory in Epitaph, Argenta left the rogue trader. An insatiable flame burned brighter and brighter in her soul, hungry for vengeance, so the sister embarked on her own personal crusade. At first she hunted and exterminated the remaining followers of the Final Dawn. Then she pursued those who abetted them, then anyone in whom she saw a hint of heresy. Even when she directed her wrath against entire cities, no power could stop Argenta. Clad in her sacred armor, she left a trail of fire and blood across the Expanse, a trail that ended on Salis Prime. No one knows why the sister returned for a third time to the planet where she had found her relic, but after descending to its surface, she mysteriously vanished. Following her namesake's footsteps, it seems. Yet the conflict between the Imperium, the head of the von Valancius dynasty, could not but affect the younger order. Some sisters demanded that Argenta denounce her former commander. Unable to choose between the order she created and the person without whom she could not have completed her journey, she stepped down from her position and went into exile. Despite everything, love for her among the people of the Expanse only grew. Argenta would be the heroine of songs and tales for centuries to come, a radiant angel who would appear in the darkest hour to protect innocence from the forces of darkness. Fuck yeah. The Mercatum Tabula Officiale unlocked a sea of possibilities for Jai Hadari. She left the Caspalica mission and became an independent agent, choosing one destiny as a unique gift that ordinary mortals would never dare dream of, but Jai was no ordinary mortal. She found new friends, skillfully danced along the knife's edge between the trade and piracy, stole from the strong, granted mercy to the weak, and even bought a couple of modest planets. And she never, ever betrayed herself. The entire Expanse knew of the bond between Jai and the rogue trader. The smuggler accompanied her Lord Captain on many dangerous adventures, and their passion for each other burned as fiercely as on the day they first met. Yet as soon as her journey ended, Jai would disappear, sometimes without notice. No matter how much she enjoyed the rogue trader's company, the accomplished smuggler never allowed the relationship to turn to something more. The only master Jai Hadari would ever need was Jai Hadari. Good for you. Heinrich von Kalox, the former interrogator of the Ordo Xenos, took the mantle of the Lord Inquisitor after his mentor's death, receiving both the Inquisitor's rosette and the duty of defending the sector from the enemies of humanity. Von Calyx became the new warden of the Koronus Expanse. Von Calyx declared a relentless war against the enemies of humanity, be the Xenos, Servants of Chaos, or heretics in the Imperium's own ranks. The Inquisitor famously eliminated numerous depths of corruption in the Expanse. A few decades later, he was assassinated by a criminal cartel. Some say the Casbalka mission, sick of the unrelenting servant of the law, was involved in the Inquisitor's killing. In her journeys with the rogue trader, Cassia Ocelio experienced all the hardships and delights of the galaxy. In invaluable experience and new knowledge helped her to finally conquer her fears and accept herself and her powers. The Lady Navigator became the Novator of her house, tasked with addressing the consequences of Tisiphony's rule and the chaos that followed her disappearance. For the duration of her reign, he patiently worked on uniting the feuding branches of the house, forging alliances and expanding the influence of House Ocelio. The Starway Atlas, which contained the memories of Tisiphone and the Sathala clan, lost its power. House Ocelio's navigators once again had to rely on skill alone in the depths of the Imperium. Many lost their lives, but those who survived the crisis became hardened veterans and pillars of the house. Most of those fortunate souls were young and brave, too few among them were old and wise. Adira Talas lived 7 more years after the rogue trader's grand companion epitaph. Despite her short life, she left behind many legends and tales of her adventures, the Lord Captain's service, and of the terrible warp phenomena that she manifested. Shortly before her death, Adira vanished from her post. Jai disappeared with her. When Jai returned many cycles later, she declared that Adira's last days had been full of joy and adventure. That her greatest pleasure had been watching the Void Whales play. And that it hit me. Having revealed himself as a renewed messiah of discontinuing, Pascal Hanuman caused great turmoil. Free from his vows of service, he did not burden himself with leadership over the fleet. He took just one combat squadron and retreated with his flock to remote sectors for contemplation. Decades later, his ships were spotted among the heretics of the Cauldron, a sector touched by corruption. The tech crews revered the Omnissiah, but his image was haunting. No one dared depict the Deus Mechanicus in this manner before. Adorned with sinister flesh-embedded lumens and golden mech armour, crowned with clawed wings, the Omnissiah shows a grim and belligerent likeness in which to appear before his unrighteous Messiah. What? The unit bearing the name Abel Hanuman did not follow Pascal. No longer needed by his ambitious comrade, he was discarded and left behind. While en route to station Alter Templum Ballistis X-17, this is right at the beginning of the game, Abel was captured by pirates and forced to toil as a technomat. The day the Imperial Navy destroyed his pirate ship prison marked the end of this silent torment. Oh, that's sad. Juliette Lenavis lost faith in her kin, but followed the blind farseers like obedient cattle. She accompanied the rogue trader for a time, but her time among the 1K only made her feel more alone, revealing to her that humans were as bereft of strong spirit and will as the children of Assyria. She disappeared and reappeared again in the Expanse many years later as the leader of the fleet of Eldari Corsairs, fearsome in battle and well versed in the tactics of the Imperium. After joining the Stormbiters, Ulfar Thunderlung soon became a pack leader, taking the place of Thorvald, who met an honourable end. The new leader sent a message to Fenris, stating his intention to remain in the Expanse. There were too many enemies yet lurking in these hunting grounds that deserved the Allfather's wrath. Legends paved the formidable pack's path in gold. Years later, Ulfar found a battle in which he could meet his honourable death, but the warp was suddenly torn asunder, and ships from Fenris bearing the mark of the wolf's head came to his aid. Saved from the battlefield by his loyal companion Halbrand, Ulfar accepted the honours of the dreadnought and was entombed in sacred armour. During the blessed ritual, he cursed and demanded to be left to his death, but his brothers merely answered with mirthful laughter. When he recovered his senses, Ulfar led his forces to the heathen stars. Ulfar had given a new mission and a near-death vision. No one in Expanse has heard word of the Space Wolves since their departure, yet many believe that one day they will return victorious. Such was the echo of the deeds of the rogue trader of House von Valancius. Deeds that transformed the Koronus Expanse, prepared it for events even darker and more violent. But those events are a different story. This one has come to an end. Wow. Wow. I honestly choked up then at the end. That idea was just disappearing. What a fucking game. I'm speechless. I can only say thank you, Owlcat. Thank you. I'm going to mute the microphone. Then I'm going to make myself a drink. But I'll let this one, because these people deserve credit. Right, I'm back. I was thinking about letting this run, but this might take forever. I mean, it's already over 3 hours long, this video, so I'm just going to speed this up. Sorry if your name's here. Guess these are the backers, different levels. That's a lot of backers. Oh my god. Well, after Kingmaker and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, you know it's going to be a pretty safe pair of hands. They always release something slightly unstable, but within a month or two it's usually patched to more than playable, and the last big patch was like 3 months ago, like 3 months after it came out, and this is May at the moment. Yeah, it was Tuesday or February or March, wasn't it, the last big patch? A couple of minor ones since. Will they do DLCs? I don't know. So, I guess it depends on Games Workshop. So now Owlcat lost the rights to Kingmaker, so they can't do anything with that anymore. That is a hell of a lot of backers. Literally thousands of them. Overall, yeah, the writing was a bit hit and miss now and then, but I think 95% of it, 90% of it, I really enjoyed. Reminded me of a lot of stuff from playing tabletop, stuff I've forgotten in the last 30 years, 35, 40 years. Oh, you crashed. Nope, that was it. What's going on now? Okay. And some more achievements I got. How did it all end? 8.7%. You raised your own abomination. Overcome and overpower. You completed the game on daring difficulty above. 4% of players. You became a votary iconoclast on daring difficulty above. 2.3%. What? Grand finale. Finish the game. 14%. Okay. Well. Thank you everyone who's been with me for the last, I don't know, 180 hours close to. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. If you've watched at least even half of the episodes, thank you. And I'm gonna have to, I've got about 4 or 5 days now to think about what I'm gonna do next. And hopefully I'll see you in the next adventure. Until then, bye now.